This is the Europe I love, and this is the Europe my Commission will always be devoted to.
We need to hire a psychiatrist to cure them of their demophobia and their Hungarophobia.
For decades now, Europe has been facing the urgency and chaos of migration. Legal immigration and illegal immigration are adding up, and today the flaws in the current law, as well as in the migration pact voted on a few months ago, are such that deportations ordered by judges are not carried out in the European Union.
Fighting for freedom connects us as Europeans, our past and our present, our nations and our generations.
Madam President, in Germany, people are pondering a ban on the AfD. In Romania, democracy has just been buried. In Poland, Mr. Tusk is hunting down opposition figures. In France, a political death sentence is being imposed on Marine Le Pen. But none of this concerns you. Instead, you're once again fixated on Hungary. Why? Because Viktor Orbán wants to protect children from the woke virus and has therefore banned pride parades. Is that right? That is fully within his legal right.
One government in our union is heading in the exact opposite direction, drifting away from the single market.
Look at the internal political states that the member states in the EU are in. There is mass protests, especially in the Eastern European countries, right? Everywhere. People no longer like EU because they see it for the hellhole it is, the undemocratic, anti-democratic hellhole it is.
This dialogue and its follow-up will be under my leadership.
As often happens in this chamber, we are witnessing hypocritical and ideologically driven statements. Statements from those who wish to override the legitimate decisions of a sovereign state. Something that unfortunately happens far too often.
We believe in democracy. We serve the people, we do not rule over them. So we must say loudly and clearly to those attacking the West from the outside and those sabotaging it from within with virus of cancel culture and woke ideology, we must say to them that we will never be ashamed of who we are.
And what do we get? You! Thank you very much, Mrs. von der Leyen. The wrecking ball that mercilessly tears down everything that has made the European people strong. I want a Europe that is strongly sovereign and successful. A Europe of success, a Europe of freedom, democracy and the rule of law. With you, we won't get any of it.
Because sanitary cordons won't be enough. Soros's millions won't be enough. Because the people of Europe have an annoying habit, and that habit is voting with their own heads. Thinking with their own heads, and above all, refusing to bow their heads to the will and arrogance of Brussels.
Let's talk about those who let Islamists and terrorists into Europe. Who's responsible? Leftists. Who's responsible? So-called Democrats. None of you in here. Just a couple of you, not many. You know why? Because it is a shame for Europe to let terrorists with the floods of illegal migrants into Europe.
I still believe that you can work together, you can trade together, you can even have an internal market together, but you should not need a political union. Most of the lawmakers, more than 50% of the laws in Holland, I'm a member of parliament, does not come from our government but come from Brussels, that we have to implement. And when it comes to the immigration policy, we are not in charge anymore. If it comes to Greece or our budget, we are not in charge on all aspects anymore.
This is the liberal deep state. The global liberal deep state. And now we see how it has operated. Leftists are always ideologically driven. And they believe certain things, which for us sounds crazy, even embarrassing, frightening. But they believe it. I always said that it belongs to the decision of the national government. So if the Germans or the French would like to make that historical research project, how to improve their society, let's do it. But let us, those who do not believe that the outcome will be a good thing, not to do that. So Hungary never tried to educate anybody how a society could be better or worse. We always said that, guys, let us to make our own decision. And to let migrants in or keep them out, it's exclusively belonging to our nations as a decision. So don't force us from Brussels or from Washington that migration is good, and those who are not let the migrants in definitely must be bad guys. So this is unacceptable. If Donald Trump president will change the geopolitics as well, I hope so anyway. but he already made a huge change in the mindset of the political thinking of the West. Previously, they said migration is good, to resist to migration is bad. Now it's just the opposite. To defend your interest is good, migration, illegal migration especially, is bad. Then on the Green Deal, they said green is good, economic competitiveness does not count. Now it's obvious that economic competitiveness first and green issues just the second. And then on religious communities and values, Christianity in our case, it was said that it belonged to the Middle Age. They made us ridiculous several times, making jokes on us and so on. But now the president said it's a respectful thing. The community of the believers must enjoy respect, which is good for our society. Or then family in the West, the mindset was that family is also belonging to the past. And gender, which is a crazy gender propaganda, now it's publicly said it's bad. To defend traditional values is good. And war. In Europe in the last 3 years, it was said always that war is good, peace is bad, concerning Ukraine-Russia war. So those who argued in favor of peace and peace negotiations and communication said, you are bad guys. The good guys are who are arguing in favor of war. So now it's totally changed. So Donald Trump, president, already changed the mindset of the whole Western world. That's where we are at this moment, and it's very good for Hungary.
Leftists took over European Union years ago, and they are so happy because of the system, because they are the ones who are making most out of the system. They are in charge of all this bureaucracy. They have people all over the institutions, and like simple man, bureaucrat is more important than MEP elected by the people. Like over 200,000 people voted for me, and it doesn't matter. If he will decide that this or that is not right, it's not right. This is bureaucracy. And I think Europe will be changed. I mean, European Union needs to be changed. They are forcing you to do things you don't want to do. And that is the problem, that Europe is supposed to be the union of sovereign countries. Where is sovereignty? When someone is pushing you, your democratically elected government, to do as they want. This is not democracy. I don't like that. I don't want to live. I don't want to raise my future children as product of leftism. I do not agree as a Catholic, as a Christian with abortion, promotion of abortion. I do not agree with transgender ideology, which is present everywhere as a part of LGBT. I do not agree with that. And if you do not agree, you pay. You might be fined. You might pay for what you believe in.